no remorse. That's the best way I can describe it.
5 years in August. I don't miss a day, a month, go and bring flowers. I had to bury what they found.
This is the story of Stephen Coleman, age 32, a young father and upcoming rapper who was shot in the head while asleep, then hacked to pieces with a machete by his girlfriend, Cierra Sutton, age 30. They had an argument and he went to bed afterwards not knowing he would never wake up again. She shot him at a close range in the head, then cut up his body with a machete and placed his remains in various dumpsters around town, including his apartment dumpster. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories.
I always stand tell my people, I don't much call y'all fans. I call y'all supporters family. You heard me? There ain't no fucking such thing as no fan. I ain't looking for no fan. I'm looking for people who feel how I feel.
This story will be taking us to Baytown, Texas. Baytown is a town in Texas with a population of 84,449. Baytown is in Harris County. Living in Baytown offers residents a dense suburban feel, and most residents own their homes. In Baytown there are a lot of parks. With a crime rate of 42 per 1,000 residents, Baytown has one of the highest crime rates in America compared to all communities of all sizes. Stephen Coleman, aged 32, was a young man who aspired to be an artist.
Told him, y'all get ready, dawg. You know I'm going at you, feel me? Power line, fuck them niggas, this power line. Everybody already knew it's out time. Bottom line, nigga, the bottom line, yeah. Let's go. They hating on the dome, but I'm used to this. My baby mama tripping, trying to use my kid. I'm still rocking with the same crew I'm usually with. I ain't never switching, I don't care who you with. They throw subliminals till I know you will. And one phone call to have a crew at your crib. Nigga, power line, ENT, we doing it big. Breaking gangster rap back 92 in this bitch.
He is from New Orleans, Louisiana, but lives in Houston, Texas. He is the father to a young daughter who he loved dearly.
Hello everybody.
How y'all doing?
This is my daddy.
That's right.
I love boo 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 boo.
And what else do you want to tell them, Anaya?
I am 6 and I love funny jokes. Funny.
Now you're 6. What is your daddy's name?
Slim.
And what else? What's his real name?
Real name's Coleman.
Yeah, what's the first name?
First name is Slim.
Girl.
Coleman.
Coleman. Slim Coleman. What is your name?
Coleman and Naya.
And when is Anaya's birthday?
May 26th. My name is actually...
Hello, how you doing?
My name is actually Anaya Coleman. That was a joke name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your birthday coming up, so...
Yeah, May 26th.
And you're gonna be 7 years old.
Yeah, I'm gonna be bigger than my cousin.
And guess what? We're gonna have to do something nice for your birthday.
What?
Yeah, I can't tell you, it's a surprise.
Okay.
Tell them bye-bye. Say bye-bye, y'all.
First, I love my daddy, bye! Yeah. And get this video to 10,000 likes.
They spend time together a lot. Stephen was someone who believed in himself. He was a very hard-working young man who believed in hard work.
What's up out there, man? Who up? Early bird get the worm, you hear me? Who up? So many hustlers out there, man. Work grinding, rap grinding, street grinding. Who up? You hear me? Early bird get the worm. Early bird get the worm, man. You hear me? Action. Who live at 5 on this bitch, man? Early in the morning, man. You know the early bird get the worm. Who live at 5? Who on this bitch, man? Who up early like me, man? Already showered up, freshed up, you know what I'm saying? How to get on their money. Who live like me, man? Who live at 5?
He wanted to be a rapper and he was all about that.
What's up out there, you heard me? Slim it down, it's the world premiere of Where Did the Music Go, you dig? Like I said, brother, a lot of things in the making I'm working on, you feel me? I just want to thank y'all for taking your time out today to come check me out, you know what I'm saying? World premiere, be easy on the mix down. Powerline Crime Cartel, 100 plus.
Right here, real music for the real niggas. That fake shit been played like hell figure. I know you're tired of the lies and disguises. They ain't riders, them niggas just ride dick, yeah. See me, I make live hits, yeah. That word to the wide shit, yeah. I work to provide Miss Sanaya with whatever she desire. My firstborn, know your daddy going lurk for it and bring it home. Soul music keep me hanging on. I'm about to lose grip with these clowns false preaching on the pulpit. Take a seat round. Real know it's on. So y'all call that fake shit real, know you're wrong. I'm appealing your songs, nigga, with a jury full of niggas that done it. 100. If not, don't run it. Don't run it, man.
In his personal world, Stephen was in a relationship with a young woman named Cierra Sutton, age 30. She can be seen here blushing and showing off his stage name tattooed on her body. They seemed happy together in the video. She seems very proud of him, and he was very proud of her too. Cierra was the love of his life. He loved her with all his heart. He posts their pictures with captions like, "Behind every real man is a real queen. Believe that, homie." Another one reads, "My girl bad. Yeah, my ride or die." It seems to everyone close to him that he was in a very great relationship, which made some people envious as a matter of fact. The comments they receive alone shows what people think about the relationship. Unfortunately, that was not the case. There was fire on the mountain. Deep in the relationship, there were problems which could not be seen from outside. Stephen and Cierra were going through some rough patches. Most relationships go through bad times, but most people do not go around killing each other when they upset with each other. Unfortunately, that was what Cierra did to Stephen. On August 16th, Stephen and Cierra got into it. They had a minor dispute, but it was not minor in the eyes of Cierra. After the argument, Stephen shrugged it off like any other day and went to take a nap, unknown to him that it would be the last nap he ever took. Cierra was still very much upset with what had happened during the argument, so she went ahead to get her gun, pointed it to Stephen's head while he was sleeping and fired into his head, killing him instantly. Her daughter was in the living room sleeping when the murder occurred. After killing him, she tried to pick him up so she could go discard him somewhere, but that plan failed. She was not able to do that because he was too heavy, so what she did next was what made the story terrifying. Cierra would go ahead to get a machete to cut him into sizable pieces. She then wrapped his body parts in a sheet and put them in multiple dumpsters, including his apartment complex and land fields. After a couple of days, Cierra then reported Stephen missing. She told police she hadn't heard from him in days. Investigators said they suspected foul play when Stephen's 2 vehicles were still parked at the apartment complex. Even though she was crying profusely, stating how much she missed him and can't do anything without him, investigators still did not believe her story. Things turned left when Cierra stopped returning calls and failed to show up to interviews. At a particular point in time, she decided not to cooperate with the investigators any longer. It was later discovered that she did the crime when her friends whom she had confided in stood up and told the detectives what had happened. She told her friends that they had an argument and she had shot him afterwards while he was sleeping. She told friends she hacked him into pieces and threw him into trash cans around towns because he was too heavy to carry. Stephen had stated on numerous occasions to his friends that if he were ever to go missing, the police should look into Cierra as the reason. During investigation, police realized that Stephen's credit cards were used after he went missing. One purchase was made at the Walmart on Garth Road. A surveillance camera shows what looks like Cierra pushing a cart out of the store with items that matched a time-stamped receipt. On August 22nd, a male torso was found in a Chambers County landfill that receives trash from dumpsters throughout Baytown and Pasadena, which was where Stephen lived. While the torso has yet to be definitively identified as Stephen's, investigators say some key physical characteristics do match. Police then wanted to speak to Cierra some more, but even after agreeing to come to the police station, she did not show up or answer or return phone calls. Police executed a search warrant for Cierra's apartment and found it was mostly vacant. Blood was found on the bedroom floor, on sheets, the bathroom floor, bathroom sink and on the kitchen floor. Alongside with the fact that she had confessed to some friends and relatives that after an argument with Coleman, she shot him in the head while he slept, they decided to arrest her. But by then Cierra had eventually fled to Metairie, Louisiana, where she was arrested.
We start with that gruesome murder making some national headlines right now. A woman accused of shooting her sleeping boyfriend, then hacking up his body with a machete.
We first broke this story back in August when part of the body was found in a landfill. Now tonight we're learning new details on how police were able to crack that case. Also, the victim's friend is speaking for the first time, sharing how the accused killer joined the search for him, even crying with his mother.
Well, let's get right to Eyewitness News reporter for this one, Nick Notario, with this story, all new at 10. Nick?
Friends say the innocent girlfriend act went away after the torso was discovered when she left town. This is where it happened, this Baytown apartment complex. It was right inside there where Stephen Coleman was killed, shot in the head, and body so heavy that he was chopped into pieces and thrown in the dumpster. Tonight, his girlfriend is behind bars, a gruesome situation, leaving his friends and family speechless.
You know, I mean, that's some pictures look bad.
Dominique Clark can't help but laugh as he looks through old photos on his phone.
Man, they do skin.
The man being Stephen Coleman, a lifelong friend who moved from Louisiana to Houston with him.
You know, I looked up to him and they admired me in so many ways, and it was just like, yeah. You know, he was older than me, so I got to call him my big brother.
The good times ended a month ago when Coleman went missing. Days later, a torso was found at a Chambers County landfill. A body part police believe is Coleman's.
Inside, man, I'm broken into a million pieces.
The feeling gets worse for Clark. Coleman's girlfriend, Cierra Sutton, is behind bars facing a murder charge. A person who helped look for him after he went missing.
She played the role of an innocent person. She played that role of an innocent person. She played it to the fullest.
Investigators say not only did she know what happened to Coleman, but she used a machete to chop him into pieces before putting him in the trash.
Devil sent, you know. That's the mind of a bad spirit. You know, that's not a normal mind. That's not a mind of God. That's not one of God's children.
Sutton was arrested last week in Louisiana. Police here are going to give an update in the coming days. While Clark waits for justice, he's thinking about the past.
I spent a lot of time up there, from before he even got the key. You know what I'm saying? I watched him get the key and watched him sign the paper for it. And it was a big joy to him because it was like he accomplished something.
Only the beginning, Clark says, of so many goals Coleman was set to reach.
I thank God every day for even giving me the opportunity to experience a person like that. Because I know I will never meet a person like that ever again.
Cierra remained at the Jefferson Parish Jail in Louisiana without bond, pending her anticipated extradition to Texas.
How did we not hear anything?
An eerie silence has fallen over this Baytown apartment complex as neighbors slowly learn what happened just a few doors down. Inside court documents, the story is told.
It's crazy, it's scary.
Mickey Rogers has confirmed this is her neighbor, Cierra Sutton, and her boyfriend, Stephen Coleman. He went missing in August.
She acted like she knew nothing about anything. She was trying to call him. She hadn't heard from him. No response. She wasn't who she tried to play off being.
Baytown police had a press briefing regarding the killing.
First of all, I want to thank all y'all for being here today. My name is Lieutenant Steve Doris, last name spelling D-O-R-R-I-S. I'm the investigations lieutenant for the Baytown Police Department as well as the public information officer. On August 18th, the Baytown Police Department began investigating the disappearance of 32-year-old Stephen Coleman. Mr. Coleman was last seen on August 16th by his girlfriend, 30-year-old Cierra Sutton, who had made a missing person report on August 18th. In the following days, the Baytown detectives learned that none of Stephen's family, friends, or co-workers had seen or heard from him since the night of the 16th. Detectives also learned that both of Stephen's vehicles were still parked at the apartment complex that he lived at in the 1700 block of James Bowie, which caused concern for his welfare. During the course of our investigation, detectives uncovered evidence and information that led us to believe that Mr. Coleman had been the victim of foul play at the hands of Cierra Sutton, including the fact that Cierra had confided to multiple people in Louisiana that she had in fact shot and killed Stephen inside their apartment, dismembered his body, and disposed of his remains. On September 14th, we presented the facts and evidence Evidence uncovered during the course of our investigation to the Harris County District Attorney's Office, and they accepted a charge of murder on Cierra Sutton. Later that same evening, Baytown detectives who were already in Louisiana following up on leads, along with Louisiana authorities and the U.S. Marshal's Office, located Cierra Sutton at an apartment complex in Metairie, Louisiana, where she was arrested without incident. The evidence uncovered during this investigation, along with the timeline of the events, is consistent with the unidentified remains that were found in a landfill in Chambers County on August 22nd. These facts have led our detectives to suspect those remains could be those of Stephen Coleman. However, this has not been confirmed through DNA at this point. We have submitted DNA from the remains in Chambers County, along with other DNA for comparison to determine if those remains are in fact those of Stephen Coleman. That is my prepared statement as far as where we are with our investigation. It is obviously still an ongoing investigation, so please keep in mind I'm going to answer a few questions. There are going to be certain details that I'm not going to be able to answer, simply because it is an ongoing investigation. Okay?
Do you think it's possible some of her neighbors were thinking, just based on her, that she may have had help? Any indication that, speaking of whether she may have had an accomplice?
We don't know that she necessarily had an accomplice. We did have some information that there may have been some other people in the area or at the apartment during this time frame, but whether or not they took part in anything, we just don't know that. We did have a chance to interview Miss Sutton over the past few days. Obviously, I think there was one report that she had confessed to everything that had happened, which was not completely accurate. She gave some information that did put her in the apartment at the time of the event. But beyond that, I really don't want to go into detail about what she said in her interview.
What was her demeanor like?
Uncaring, no remorse. That's the best way I can describe it.
Sad to know that all this while police were searching for Stephen, Cierra was staying in touch with his family while using the dead boyfriend's credit cards to make purchases, including duct tape and a mattress pad. Also, Cierra stayed with Stephen's family as they looked for their missing loved one because she had nowhere to stay. We hope Stephen Coleman gets the justice he deserves. Our sincere condolences to the friends and families of Stephen Coleman. May Stephen's memory be a blessing for his family and for all who knew him, and may his life and death be an inspiration and a turning point towards justice and increased protection for domestic abuse survivors. Please stay safe out there and see you guys in the next video.